I know that some in our audience know the finer points of hockey.
The Chris Johnston Show.
We are your friends.
The biggest stories, bringing you inside the game.
What did you hear?
The Chris Johnston Show. Powered by Sports Interaction, Canada's sportsbook.
What is going on?
Here's Chris with your host, Julian McKenzie.
Part of the game.
Hey, it's time for an impromptu mini-sode. We never get to do these. I thought we were only going to do like 2 of these in the summer, but I can't imagine why we would do some 15 or 20 or however long this will go. I can't imagine why we're doing this episode, CJ. Do you have any idea why we're doing this?
I've got a good idea why. Look at my phone. It's blowing up, man. The Athletic has a new hockey writer I see in Calgary filling the not so small shoes of Haley Salvian.
Oh my God.
And it's you. Tell us, give us the scoop. What's going on in
Okay.
your life, man?
Yeah, I'm moving to Calgary, man. I'm going to be the newest beat reporter for the Calgary Flames for the Athletic. And I'm planning on being there just before training camp and taking in some preseason games and going through the regular season and playoffs and everything else that comes with it, man. Like this is like my first like full-time like beat reporting job. Like I know with the Montreal Canadiens and the work I was doing covering them with the Athletic, like that was like occasional stuff like working with Arpin and Marc-Antoine Godin, but like this is all me now. Like I'm excited. I'm also scared to death, but I'm also excited. Like this is really cool. Yeah, and geez, I put my phone on silent. You know, just I've been off Twitter for like the last month or so, and I don't think I'm gonna get Twitter back on my phone for a couple more days.
Yeah, but you're going to have to get it back now because Flame fans are going to want to be following you if they haven't already. You know, I got to say, from personal experience, the times you're most scared, that's probably a good thing. That's a good sign that it matters, that it's important. And you know, I mean this. No one could deserve this sort of opportunity more, man. I've got so much respect for you. It's been cool for me to become such a good friend of yours here in this last year doing the pod. You work hard. You bring the right energy, the right attitude every day. And so we're all cheering for your success here, producer Nick, everyone at the SDPN. You know, so what's the day-to-day look like? Like, are you look like you're still in your normal studio. So how's the move going? How does that, tell us the logistics. Where are you at?
Okay, so as of right now, still in Montreal, and I'm going to be in Montreal until around mid-September. My parents are actually going to fly with me to Calgary, and they're going to help me move in with all my stuff. The other day, actually, I shipped my car to Calgary. I'd like to like drive to some random railway and like find some building, and this guy had to inspect my car, and they shipped it off to Calgary, and it should be there a couple of days after I get there. But I will, now I'm just trying to get all my packing done. Like I still have different awards and plaques and books, and my printer's still here. I mean, my desktop computer's still up here, obviously. But that will hopefully be packed in the next few days. So that way I could get all my stuff to Calgary and be a Calgary man. I have an apartment too, so that's good. I was worried that once all this stuff was going to happen, if I didn't have an apartment, I was going to freak out. But I have an apartment. I'm very relieved about that. Very relieved.
Well, and tell me, so you're dropping it at this really boring time in Flames history. Have you had even any time to put your mind around the professional side of this? Because, I mean, what a cool season. If you're ever going to join a team for a season, I mean, this has got to be the one.
This is like, I mean, you could tell me if I'm wrong. This is the most interesting team to follow in the National Hockey League right now. I get that there are markets like the Canadiens and the Leafs where like everything, any little thing, it's a big deal to cover. But you're talking about like, yeah, the Oilers too, obviously. But like the Flames literally came off a run. They get dusted in the second round. They lose 2 franchise players, and they find a way to get Jonathan Huberdeau, Mackenzie Weegar. They make their defense look a little bit better. Nazem Kadri, they get one of the bigger free agent signings they could make. People are making the argument that this Flames team could be better than last year's Flames team. And then throughout all of that, we're going to have to go through a Johnny Gaudreau homecoming, a Matthew Tkachuk homecoming. Like, there's so many storylines. There's so many things that could happen with this team. And I get to cover it. Like what? Like, this is crazy. Like, I'm really blessed, man. I'm really excited. But like I'm gonna get to go to practices. I'm gonna get to cover road games. I mean, just going to games all the time, like that's gonna be cool. Like the AHL team's gonna be in the same market too. I want to go to some of their games too. I want to be up on their prospects. Like I'm just gonna be real here. Like I'm not going in as someone who knows every single thing about the Flames already. I'm still soaking in as much as I can, so that way when I get to training camp, I'll at least sound like I know what I'm talking about. But like I have so much to learn about the team, about beat reporting. I have so much to learn. I'm gonna do it, man. I'm so ready for this. I've been waiting on this.
You're living the dream, brother.
So long, man. I'm living the dream, bro. I'm living the dream every day of my life.
I hate to be too selfish, but I'm sure there's a few people listening or watching this that are wondering what this means for us. I mean, is Mountain Time Julian going to be able to get up early enough to keep doing episodes? I mean, how are we going to keep this going, man?
I ain't going to damn place. I'm telling you that right now. I'm letting that be known. For people who don't know, in my now previous job, I'm an editor, so I have to wake up at like 7:00 in the morning to edit stories and work till like 3 p.m. Eastern. So on days when we would record the CJ show, I would already be up early in the morning editing stuff, and then when it comes time, we normally record around 9:00 Eastern. That's when we'd get to recording the CJ show, usually on the Mondays and the Thursdays. I anticipate it's not going to be that big of a change. It'll just probably be like, I don't know, like the same thing, more or less, right? I mean, still try to figure out the timing in my head, but like if 9:00 Eastern, that's 7:00 Mountain Time, it's just, I'd have to wake up normally around the time I would be up anyway. So yeah, I don't anticipate that much difficulty. Plus, like, I never considered doing the CJ show. I have never considered doing the CJ show as work. Like, I consider it as just like getting the opportunity to chop it up with my friend CJ and producer Nick. And if producer Jesse's in, then producer Jesse's in. He's a friend too. Like, I get to chop it up with a good friend of mine in this industry. He gets to tell me everything that's in his head about hockey. And like, we try to have a good time the whole time. Like, that's not work for me. So I don't see this as like a struggle. You know, maybe I might have a morning where I'm like, hey, can we do 7:05? Like, I need another 5 minutes. But I'm not going anywhere from the CJ show. I'm not going anywhere from the SDPN. I assume, I haven't had any conversations with anyone about it, but now that Game Over Calgary is a thing, Peter, Audie, if you ever need me on the show, we'll have a conversation about that. We'll figure that out. But yeah, man, I'm still gonna be around on the CJ show, and still gonna be doing a bunch of podcasts too. Zone Time still gonna be a thing, and I don't know if it's probably out by now, but I'm gonna be on the Monday show for the Athletic Hockey Show too. So it's I'm still gonna be busy. I still think doing podcasting and all the broadcast stuff, that's still a really important part of who I am and what I do. And I think it's a really easy way for people to get to know me if they haven't done that already. So I'm not going anywhere. My mic and stuff, they're all coming with me to Calgary, and we're still gonna do podcasts. I'm still gonna do the CJ show. I'm not going anywhere.
Well, that warms my heart, man. That warms my heart. There is no CJ show without the J. That normally is in this hosting seat. I mean, we're doing reverso today with you being interviewed a little bit, but
this is kind of nice.
It is good. You don't have to prepare anything, right? You just show up. Now you're seeing how I live.
This is like the first time I've ever done an episode of the CJ show, and I didn't prepare anything. Like, I plopped into, I got out of my bed, I plopped into my chair, and I was like, what the heck are we going to talk about today? I have no idea.
Well, we're talking about you, man, and this is so well deserved. Just wanted to update everyone and you know, sharing your success. You got
thank you.
Adult beverage here and toasting Julian, because
thank you.
You know, when you have success in your life, sometimes people move through it so fast. You know, life's busy. I think you got to stop and smell the roses. Give you your roses. You've earned this, and obviously the real work begins today. But you know, I didn't want to let it pass without you knowing that we're proud of you. We're happy
Thank
for you. We'll adjust our schedules as needed to make sure we can still do this show, and you can keep producing that awesome content for The Athletic.
CJ, that really means a lot coming from you. It's kind of funny because when we started this podcast last year, you were doing all the moving, you were doing all the bouncing around, and we did a whole episode about you joining TSN, and that's still one of the best episodes we've ever done, honestly. So to see it in year 2, where it's kind of done, it's the opposite's kind of happening, where I'm moving, like it's kind of surreal. But to also have your support and everyone else's support at the SDPN means a lot to me, and the fans too. Everyone watching and listening to our episodes, it really means a lot. that you guys have been really supportive throughout everything. And I hope you all continue to support. And Calgary Flames fans, hey, get to know me. I want to get to know you guys. I want to know what you guys are about. Give me a chance. And hey, man, I'm looking forward to providing some great content for you guys and covering this team the way I know I can and doing as best as I can, man. It's a great team. Everyone says it's a great city. I'm really looking forward to this opportunity. I've worked so hard for this, and I'm going to continue working hard. This is not stop. It's not stopping. This episode is sponsored by Sports Interaction. This is for people 19 and over, and we ask that you please play responsibly. There will be a link to responsible gaming strategies in the description of this show. sportsinteraction.com/SDPN is the website you need to go to for all of your gaming needs.
Remember a word of warning from one of our first episodes, because I had an experience in Calgary once. So, just watch the edibles out there, bud. That's all I'm saying. I won't go into that story again. The OGs know, but watch the edibles in Calgary. Keep your head down, work hard, and we know you're going to kick ass, bud.
That's going right up there with all the piece of advice I've got about Calgary is so that and the Chili's at the airport is supposedly very good. I'll take all the recommendations. In fact, if you're a Calgarian, please leave recommendations in the comment section about what I should do when I'm comments. There. Yes, we would love to see that. Anything else for me? Any other thing you want to know about the day-to-day, or what else you want to do? Now's your time to do this, honestly, because it's not every day you get to host your own show.
Well, now that I know you're staying 100%, we've got that recorded. I'm good, man. And I really just wanted to raise a glass to you and say, keep kicking butt, man. And I know all our listeners and everyone's in your corner too. So you've got a small army here cheering for you, and just don't mess up this opportunity, brother.
I'm not gonna do that. And dude, with all your opportunities, I mean, I'm sure you're still doing North Star, TSN, all that stuff, man. Keep it up with your stuff too. You deserve some praise as well, man. You have turned yourself into a force. You are already a big force in this industry with everything you are doing at Sportsnet. But ever since this change, the podcast, North Star, your stuff appearing in the Toronto Star, TSN, like the stock is going up for Big Money CJ, man. I'm happy to see it continue to look.
Our season 2 is coming.
Season 2 is coming. Man, it's coming later this month, or we'll figure out the actual day, but you'll know when it's coming. Thank you to everyone who listens to the CJ show. Oh, you know what? There is one last thing I want to do. Everyone who supported me out of Montreal, Canadiens fans, thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much for supporting me either through this podcast, the Hockey Inside Out show, I work at The Athletic on the Montreal Canadiens. I just want to take the time just to say thank you. It's arguably the most knowledgeable fan base in the league. I'm sure Calgary Flames fans are very knowledgeable too. Just in my experience with Montreal Canadiens fans, they are up on everything. They know everything. They care about this team, and writing about the team or talking about the team in some capacity, whether on radio, on TV, on podcasts. It's always been great to have the reception I've gotten from those fans, whether it's good, whether it's constructive, anything. It really was great to say that I've contributed coverage in some kind of way on the Montreal Canadiens. It means a lot for me, and it means a lot that Canadiens fans. It's cool to see them in the comment section of the CJ show, being like, "Hey, he's from Montreal. He's a Montreal boy," and repping that. So that really means a lot, and I definitely see y'all out here. And I just want to make sure I acknowledge you guys before we wrap this episode up. CJ, thank you. Just thank you, and everyone else from the SDPN, thank you. I'm not going anywhere. We'll be back later this month with new episodes. And that's going to do it for this mini-sode. And Calgary, I'm coming, and I can't wait to start this journey as the new beat reporter for the Calgary Flames, guys. For CJ, I'm Julian. Peace.
We're going to the Stampede.
The Chris Johnston Show.
Powered by Sports Interaction, Canada's sportsbook.
Inside the game, twice a week. Follow Chris on Twitter @ReporterChris. And follow Julian McKenzie @JK McKenzie.
The Chris Johnston Show.